The 7 levels of ocean dinosaurs. Level 1. Surface dwellers. Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurus is the most recognizable ocean predator of the late Cretaceous period, popularized by its dramatic appearance in Jurassic World. This massive hunter reached lengths of up to 50 feet and dominated the shallow seas with a power that rivaled modern killer whales. Its double-hinged jaw allowed it to swallow large prey whole, while its paddle-like limbs propelled it through ancient waters with surprising agility. Mosasaurus wasn't technically a dinosaur but a marine reptile, the oceanic equivalent of T-Rex in terms of apex status. What made it formidable was its adaptability, thriving in diverse marine environments from coastal waters to open seas. Fossil evidence reveals it fed on anything from fish and ammonites to sea turtles and even other mosasaurs. The creature was so successful that it spread globally, with remains found across North America, Europe, and Africa. Tylosaurus. Tylosaurus took the mosasaur blueprint and enhanced it with specialized adaptations. Growing to 40 feet, this predator featured a distinctive pointed snout used to ram prey before delivering a killing bite. Unlike Mosasaurus, Tylosaurus had a more slender build, focused on burst speed rather than raw power. Paleontologists discovered stomach contents revealing its diverse diet, including birds, proving it would breach the surface to capture flying prey. A specimen nicknamed Annabelle contained remains of at least 4 different animals. Platecarpus. Platecarpus represented a different evolutionary strategy among surface hunters. Smaller at 24 feet, what it lacked in size it made up for with superior speed and agility. Research reveals it had a warm-blooded metabolism, allowing sustained high-energy hunting unlike its larger cousins. Platecarpus possessed enlarged eyes, suggesting it may have hunted during low-light conditions when larger competitors were less active. The true pioneer of opportunistic hunting in ancient seas. Level 2. Coastal hunters. Nothosaurus. The Nothosaurus represents a fascinating transitional phase in marine reptile evolution, dominating coastal waters during the Middle Triassic period, about 240 million years ago. Unlike fully aquatic predators, Nothosaurus maintained strong limbs capable of movement on land, creating a deadly amphibious hunter that ambushed prey from multiple environments. Its elongated skull housed needle-like teeth, specialized for grasping slippery fish, while powerful neck muscles allowed for rapid strikes. At 10-13 feet long, it wasn't the largest marine predator, but its versatility made it formidable. Paleontologists studying its bone density discovered evidence of a hunting strategy similar to modern crocodiles, lurking just below the surface before lunging at unsuspecting prey along shorelines. This perfect marriage of terrestrial strength and aquatic adaptability defined an entire ecological niche. Thalassomedon. Thalassomedon emerged during the early Cretaceous as a specialist in nearshore environments, growing to an impressive 40 feet. Unlike Nothosaurus, it committed more fully to marine life with flipper-like limbs, though it likely still needed to surface frequently. Its name means Sea Lord, an appropriate title for a creature whose fossils reveal a diet of coastal fish and cephalopods. What distinguished Thalassomedon was its extraordinarily long neck, containing 62 vertebrae, a perfect adaptation for sweeping through shallow reef environments where larger predators couldn't maneuver. Kronosaurus. Kronosaurus represented the apex of coastal hunting evolution. This pliosaur from the early Cretaceous grew to 33 feet, with a skull alone measuring 9 feet, the largest of any marine reptile. Unlike its contemporaries, Kronosaurus developed a short neck and massive head housing teeth the size of bananas. Fossil stomach contents revealed it preyed on turtles, crushing their shells with an estimated bite force exceeding 33,000 pounds. The perfect ambush machine in ancient shallows. Level 3. Serpentine specialists. Elasmosaurus. The Elasmosaurus epitomizes the extraordinary specialization of late Cretaceous marine predators, possessing the most extreme neck-to-body ratio of any vertebrate in Earth's history. This 46-foot hunter devoted over half its length to neck alone, 71 vertebrae creating a biological fishing rod that fundamentally changed ocean hunting strategies. Unlike the brute force hunters of previous tiers, Elasmosaurus embodied evolutionary precision. It hunted through stealth and ambush, keeping its bulky body hidden below while its serpentine neck snaked through the water column. This approach minimized energy expenditure and allowed it to access prey in complex reef environments. Paleontologists once mounted its skull on the wrong end of its body, believing such an extraordinary neck must be a tail, a mistake that persisted in scientific literature for decades. The evolutionary gamble paid off, with fossil evidence showing these hunters thrived for over 20 million years. Styxosaurus. Styxosaurus refined the Elasmosaur blueprint with specific adaptations for deeper hunting grounds. Named after the mythological river Styx, this 40-foot predator featured a reinforced neck structure that allowed for more powerful lateral strikes. What distinguished Styxosaurus was its bizarre stomach contents, hundreds of polished stones weighing collectively over 40 pounds. These gastroliths likely served as ballast, allowing precise control of buoyancy during hunts. Hydrotherosaurus. Hydrotherosaurus represented the ultimate expression of the serpentine hunting strategy. This late Cretaceous specialist evolved a neck containing an astonishing 60 vertebrae compressed into a more muscular package. Unlike its relatives, fossil evidence suggests Hydrotherosaurus may have hunted cooperatively, using coordinated neck movements to herd schools of fish, similar to modern dolphins corralling prey. The apex of evolutionary specialization in ancient seas. Level 4. Evolutionary innovators. Ichthyosaurus. The Ichthyosaurus stands as the quintessential example of convergent evolution, a reptile that independently evolved a dolphin-like body millions of years before mammals returned to the sea. First appearing in the early Triassic around 250 million years ago, this 6-foot hunter represented a revolutionary redesign of the reptilian body plan. Unlike previous marine reptiles that adapted existing limbs, Ichthyosaurus underwent complete anatomical transformation, developing a crescent-shaped tail fin and streamlined body that allowed for sustained high-speed swimming. Remarkably preserved fossils from England reveal they gave birth to live young underwater, a shocking adaptation for reptiles traditionally associated with egg-laying. This reproductive strategy freed them from returning to land, allowing permanent occupation of oceanic habitats. Their specialized adaptations fueled a 50-million-year dynasty across the world's oceans. Stenopterygius. Stenopterygius took the ichthyosaur template and refined it with unprecedented specialization. Fossil specimens from Germany's Holzmaden shale are so extraordinarily preserved that they retained traces of original body outlines and skin impressions. These 13-foot hunters developed a distinctive narrow snout filled with interlocking needle teeth, a perfect adaptation for capturing swift schooling fish and squid. What set Stenopterygius apart was its enhanced metabolism, with evidence suggesting it maintained body temperatures significantly above ambient water temperature, allowing it to hunt in cooler, deeper waters than its contemporaries. Ophthalmosaurus. Ophthalmosaurus represents the pinnacle of sensory adaptation in marine reptiles. This Middle Jurassic hunter evolved the largest eyes relative to body size of any vertebrate, each the size of dinner plates supported by bony rings that prevented collapse under pressure. These extraordinary organs gave it unmatched vision in low-light conditions, effectively creating the first specialized deep-water hunter among marine reptiles. Level 5. Deep divers, Shastasaurus. The Shastasaurus represents the ultimate adaptation to deep ocean environments, evolving a body plan so specialized that it defies our traditional understanding of marine predators. This late Triassic giant grew to lengths of 65 feet, comparable to modern sperm whales, but possessed an unexpectedly tiny head making up less than 5% of its total body length. Unlike surface hunters that relied on powerful jaws, Shastasaurus developed specialized suction-feeding capabilities, creating negative pressure to vacuum soft-bodied prey directly into its toothless mouth. Fossil evidence suggests its massive rib cage housed extraordinarily large lungs, allowing for extended deep dives lasting over an hour. Its body composition featured denser bones than other marine reptiles, reducing buoyancy and enabling effortless descents to bathypelagic depths where food was abundant and competition scarce. The perfect evolutionary solution to untapped deep water resources. Shonosaurus. Shonosaurus evolved the ichthyosaur blueprint to titanic proportions, reaching lengths of 50 feet with a robust body built for withstanding immense pressure. Unlike its relatives, it developed specialized vertebral discs that compressed during deep dives, preventing crush injuries. Distinctive skeletal reinforcements around its chest cavity protected vital organs from pressure differentials at extreme depths. Trace element analysis of fossilized bones revealed high concentrations of myoglobin, an oxygen-binding protein essential for prolonged submersion. Temnodontosaurus. Temnodontosaurus embodied the predatory potential of deep water hunting. This 40-foot early Jurassic hunter combined massive eyes adapted for low light conditions with a skull design capable of withstanding the hydraulic forces of rapid ascents from depth. Unlike most ichthyosaurs, it retained powerful jaws lined with serrated teeth, evidence it targeted larger prey, including other marine reptiles. The ultimate evolutionary compromise between deep diving capability and predatory power. Level 6. Ancient Pioneers, Placidus. The Placidus stands as the original template for marine reptile success, emerging during the Middle Triassic period when vertebrate life was first exploring oceanic opportunities. This 6-foot coastal specialist retained substantial connections to its terrestrial ancestry, with robust limbs capable of effective land movement. Yet its body already showed the first specialized adaptations for aquatic hunting. Unlike later marine reptiles that pursued fast-swimming prey, Placidus developed a bizarre feeding strategy focused on crushing. Its front teeth evolved into protruding chisels for prying shellfish from rocks, while flattened palatal teeth formed crushing plates that pulverized mollusks and crustaceans. Analysis of fossilized skull structures reveals bite forces comparable to modern crocodiles, concentrated into specialized dental batteries. These evolutionary experiments laid the groundwork for specialized marine niches that would later diversify into the world's dominant ocean predators. Not all pioneers need to be pretty. Symbospondylus. Symbospondylus emerged as one of the first large marine predators, reaching 33 feet during the early Triassic. A shocking size considering the recent Permian extinction had eliminated 95% of marine species. Unlike Placidus, it committed more fully to marine life, developing an elongated body with limbs modified into primitive flippers. The most remarkable aspect of Symbospondylus was its rapid evolution. Fossil evidence from Nevada shows these creatures achieved massive sizes within just 5 million years of the greatest extinction event in Earth's history, filling apex predator niches while other lineages were still recovering. Myxosaurus. Myxosaurus represented the crucial transitional form between primitive marine reptiles and specialized ocean hunters. This 3-foot Middle Triassic creature combined elements of its land-dwelling ancestors with innovations that would define marine reptiles for the next 150 million years, including partially transformed flippers, moderate tail fin, and streamlined body. The perfect evolutionary bridge between worlds. Level 7. Ultimate Survivors. Shonosaurus sicaniensis. The Shonosaurus sicaniensis represents the absolute pinnacle of marine reptile evolution, achieving a level of biological perfection that wouldn't be matched until the emergence of modern whales 200 million years later. This late Triassic colossus grew to 85 feet, larger than a blue whale's average length, making it the largest marine reptile ever discovered. Unlike earlier ichthyosaurs, S. sicaniensis developed specialized vertebral reinforcements that prevented spinal collapse under its own massive weight. Its gigantism wasn't just impressive, but strategically brilliant, reaching a size threshold that eliminated all predatory threats. Fossil evidence from British Columbia reveals a creature so perfectly adapted to ocean life that it likely never approached shorelines throughout its entire lifespan. Its massive body housed proportionally enlarged organs that allowed for extreme dive durations, potentially exceeding 2 hours at depths beyond 3,000 feet. A true evolutionary masterpiece that dominated ancient oceans for millions of years. Predator X. Predator X, formerly named Pliosaurus funke, embodied the ultimate expression of predatory power in Earth's oceans. This 50-foot Jurassic hunter combined the size of a sperm whale with a skull, measuring 10 feet long, housing teeth each the size of cucumbers. Biomechanical analysis of its jaw structure indicates a bite force exceeding 33,000 pounds, over 10 times that of a modern crocodile. Unlike specialized hunters, Predator X maintained a generalist approach, Fossil evidence showing it consumed everything from plesiosaurs to giant squid, Thalarcon saurophagus. The Thalarcon earns its place as the ultimate survivor through evolutionary timing. This 28-foot ichthyosaur evolved apex predatory adaptations just 5 million years after the devastating Permian extinction, establishing a dominance that recalibrated entire marine ecosystems.